Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of March 12 through 18. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I'm providing. Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Here we have an Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Let's put that into some context with our Dove and Serpent spread, and as I do that, I want to just say that if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send, positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments to this video, all right? Okay, so let's take a look at our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're actually not going to look at this one until the very end of the reading, so we'll leave that right over here. You do have to stick around for that one. And hopefully that will, tie the reading together and give us the confirmation that we're looking for at the very end. So, what do we got? We've got some nice major arcana, some water and some earth over here. More major arcana, lots of major arcana. And then some air. What we don't really see is a lot of fire. Okay, I think there was some fire in the past with this Emperor energy. There's not a lot of fire in the present. So that could be a good thing. We also see a lot of this major arcana. So I feel like this is a major time in your life. I feel like it's really a turning point. I feel like there's a lot going on for you. And I feel like it's really, there's just a lot of stuff, a lot of energy coming in, a lot of decisions you have to make, a lot of opportunities for you to take. All right. Let's start at the beginning. Let's start with this Eight of Cups. It looks like a rather nasty kind of card, right? It looks like something we don't really want. I think that you're someone who you generally trust your feelings, and we're not talking about your intuition quite yet. That's something that's coming a little bit later. This is just like how you feel, is maybe a gut feeling, right? It's maybe kind of on the border of an intuition, but it's just like how you feel about someone or something, okay? I think that you generally trust how you feel when you meet someone, or if you're just getting a bad vibe from someone, you trust that, You listen to the way you feel about things. There's a reason why humans have developed such strong emotions, right? It's a way for us to understand and know and receive data from the world around us, from our environment, from our life, from our kind of state of being alive. And you're also someone who kind of alternates between like really being a very affectionate, loving person. Sometimes you can be a little bit reserved, a little bit withdrawn, okay? I feel like you have this kind of very affectionate energy about you, I feel like you really love to enjoy people, enjoy things. You really, you love to be happy, and you love to share happiness and joy with other people, okay? I think there is something going on between the past and the future. On the path of the dove here, we have these two. This is a pretty interesting split between the Emperor and the Empress, right? And a little bit of your feelings in between them, okay? So I feel like maybe you have some kind of mixed emotions about a certain subject, a certain person perhaps. It could be a water sign person. We do see this Queen of Cups over here. But maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe who we're talking about really is this Fool person, right? Maybe this is kind of the person that is, you're just not too sure about them. Usually you got a good sense of who someone is. Usually you can really feel it. You feel a certain vibe with someone and you can trust that. You're usually someone who is very affectionate and very, very willing to go out of your way for someone, very generous with your love, your affection, your concern, your care, your support, your nurturing, all that good watery energy, right? But this cup is just a little it's a bit of a mixed bag, right? This is like sometimes it's kind of empty, sometimes it's filling up. This card could really go either way. And that's why I'm saying you kind of fluctuate between really intense joy and love and support and optimism. And then sometimes you're just, well, yeah, you know what? I'm not sure. I get a weird vibe, And it's something, again, that you typically will listen to that weird vibe. But in this case, this week, you're not really too sure what to feel, what to think, what to believe. Okay. There is, a bit of confusion going on, right? There is this search for clarity, search for meaning and connection, search for an understanding of what it is about this situation that is just not feeling perfect. Something's off. Something's a little bit kind of not right here. Okay? But where is that feeling coming from? Where is that feeling coming from? Well, the recent past Emperor energy. This is the fire energy that we have, the only real fire energy that we have. We've got the Sun card here at the end. The Sun's kind of a ball of fire, right? But it's different. This, I think, is someone that burned you. Okay? I think this is an experience that you're just coming out of where you were almost bullied by someone else. Almost bullied. I see a T for maybe their initial or something. I feel that they really bullied you or something. It's almost giving me I'm almost feeling kind of burned here. It's almost a violent kind of feeling. I'm getting something with the face or the head. Okay? If there was some violence, I hope you are in a safe place now. I hope you're far away from this person. I hope that if you're in any danger right now that you contact the authorities immediately. Okay? Protect yourself. Be safe. Okay? This reading is not a replacement for any kind of professional services or law enforcement services or anything like that. Okay? Contact the emergency services if you need to. But I think this is some time ago. Okay? I say recent past, weeks, months, if not years. I feel like you really got burned by this person. It's not gender specific, but it's somebody who was rather domineering, and maybe aggressive. Okay? I don't want to dwell too much on here because I know this is a very sensitive subject and I don't like the way it's making me feel. Okay? So let's leave this in the past, okay? But I think this is the history that you are aware of that is keeping you kind of a little bit cautious here. I'm almost expecting an 8 of Pentacles over here. You've got the 8 of Cups here. You're kind of emotionally cautious. You're trying to give name and form to this kind of weird feeling you have. It's kind of an uncertainty. It's kind of because of this unpredictable person. This is someone in your life right now or that will be coming in this week. It's someone new, let's say, okay? This is, kind of a new opportunity to connect with this person. How's it going to go? Where's it going to lead? This person is a bit of a wild card, a bit of a joker, hence the Fool. But like any kind of fool or jester, are they also the shaman? Are they also the wise person? Are they also the alchemist and the wizard and the kind of the spiritual link? Or are they just a fool? Okay, so there's this uncertainty about this person, and they may have an A name. They may have an A in their name. As, first or last name initial or something. And they have almost this innocence about them, but it's almost like, it's almost a little bit annoying how how carefree they seem. Does that make sense? It's like you are sometimes a very serious person. You know, I think that you have a lot of these mixed feelings, for one thing. And this is something that you take seriously. It's not just a whim. It's not just kind of willy-nilly for you, right? It's serious. And if you're going to explore a relationship with this person, you kind of gotta understand how you feel. What kind of vibe is there? It's a weird deal. It's something that you're uncertain about. It's you want to go for it. You want to give them your love and your affection. And you want to see where it goes and take this opportunity and pursue this interest that you have, but there's still something that's kind of holding you back. It's because you can't really get a good read on this person, right? We're just having like a little bit of trouble penetrating into what they're really about, seeing inside of this person, right? It's a lot of silliness, a lot of histrionics, a lot of drama. It's almost like they're acting, right? Whereas you are taking things very seriously. You've got this Eight of Cups, you've got this Two of Discs down here. We're just not sure what to make of this. And this person comes into our life, and it's exciting, it's new. It could be a really great adventure, something just completely new and unexpected. The thing is it too much of a wild card? Is it too much of the unexpected? Right? You've got this Two of Discs down below the path of the dove. You're someone that generally deals well with change, but change that's kind of more intentional, right? You're okay with change as long as you're the one that's choosing, you know, as long as you know what's changing and where and how and who and why and all that stuff. The Fool doesn't give you any of that. The Fool is just this whirlwind of excitement and confusion, and you just don't know which way is up. It feels good, but can you trust it? Is there anything more there? Is there anything serious about this person or this relationship? So you don't really like the unknown variable, the uncertainty, the complete, like everything is a surprise. You don't know what you're getting one day to the next, really. And you've got the Two of Discs. You kind of want to know. You're okay with change. You're not okay with sudden, violent change. We don't have the Tower energy here, thankfully. We don't know about the mystery card. We don't have the Death card or anything. So what we have is the Fool energy, which is similar in its impulse, not the same in its impact, as the Death or the Tower energy will be. But it's still a very sudden, very unpredictable energy, okay? But it's air. It's a little bit more whimsical. It can change directions very, spontaneously. Whereas the Death or the Tower is something a little bit more impactful, and it's on a very particular trajectory. And once that energy is opened up, you pretty much know where it's going to go. With the Fool energy, this is such a whirlwind. You may think you've got a feel for the direction, and then it changes course. Right? This is a very unpredictable breeze. And you're sort of okay with that. But there's something you just don't trust about this. And I think part of it is that you just, this damn Emperor energy, I don't even want to look at it. That's a factor. But then also this Eight of Cups, this uncertainty. Is there anything serious? Is there anything more meaningful in this? Is this just a fling? Is this just a whirlwind? Right? Is this just a distraction? Or is there something more serious here? Okay. Because I think you are looking for something that's got more depth to it. Right? This card is ruled by Saturn in, what is that? Pisces, So this is kind of a serious card. This is looking for the deeper meaning to how you feel. This little vibe, this kind of what we're calling a bad vibe. It's a little bit of a bad vibe that you get. Is there something deeper there? Is there something more serious about that? Is there a really huge red flag about this person that you're not seeing? Because what we have above the path of the dove is this Queen of Cups, kind of living behind a veil. You are someone who maybe at times could get so wrapped up in these pleasurable, happy, joyful attraction type of feelings that you don't see things clearly. And that could be where we got to this. I don't even want this card anywhere near us. That Emperor energy, you know, it could be that we were a little bit blinded by things. We were living behind a little bit of a veil. Okay. And that's kind of a factor for you. That's something that you're aware of, that you know you have a little bit of that tendency, you know. So you're trying to kind of do things differently, and hence also the Two of Pentacles down here, that you're trying not to just get wrapped up and swept away by these emotions. You're trying to stay aware. You're trying to do things differently. You're trying to change what you usually would do, I think, is just get swept away and wrapped up in this whirlwind of excitement. And I gotta say, this doesn't have to be a sexual romantic kind of interest or another person even generally. This could be anything that you may be strongly attracted to, that you have this impulse to get carried away with it, swept away by it, but there's just something holding you back, okay? Could be a relationship with an employer. It could be you thinking about a new pet. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a romantic interest, okay? It feels that way to me, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that. And that's why I ask you to use your own intuition, connect with these images and these energies, apply them to your life in particular, okay? Now, what we see in the immediate future, I really am happy about this Empress energy. Because this, for one, is so vastly different from that Emperor energy that we don't even want to look at. So vastly different. Someone supportive, nurturing, yielding, wants you to be you, wants you to fulfill your nature. It feels like this Fool energy, yes, it may feel like a whirlwind, it may feel confusing and unpredictable and just kind of wild. But I really think when it comes down to it, when we get down to the real brass tacks, where the rubber really meets the road, this opportunity, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing, or a pet, or a company, or whatever, is really going to have your best interest at heart. They really are going to be a good thing for you, at least in the short term, right? The short term, that's what we're seeing. And we know that the short term could be misleading. Yeah, maybe there's a, what do they call it? A honeymoon period, right? Could be a few months, things are just perfect. They're supportive. They've got your best interest at heart. They're trying to, uplift you and nurture you and support you and create this successful life or successful career or whatever together. We know that could change a few months down the road. Okay, we know that. That's why we're going to go to the path of the Serpent now, to see what is going to be happening further down the road. We know in the short term, okay, seems pretty good. Seems successful and productive and supportive and healthy. Wholesome. Okay? Wholesome connections. But you don't trust that. You are someone who's kind of like always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know? I feel like you're a little bit mistrustful by nature. And that's okay. That's very understandable. I feel like you see a good thing and you think, there's no way. There's no way. There's got to be a catch. You're waiting for the surprise. You're waiting for the shoe to drop. You're waiting for the tower moment, really, right? We don't have the tower moment here. I don't know about the mystery card. Maybe that's going to be our tower moment. We'll see in a few minutes here. I'll try to get through this quickly. There's a mistrust. There's an expectation of disaster. It's like we're always kind of on edge, waiting for that disaster to happen, you know. And I feel like we're kind of waiting that way now, because we're sitting here in this Empress energy thinking, no, there's a disaster here somewhere. It's just, am I going to just wait around for it, or am I going to get the hell out of here before it happens? You know? Let's find out. The next card that we see is this Ten of Swords. There is a lot of overthinking kind of going on. And I got a comment the other day talking about how there's no such thing as overthinking. As if our thoughts were the kind of highest energy that we are capable of. You know, that our thoughts are just somehow the ruler of our entire being. Well, thinking is just one particular function. And yeah, thinking has got us a lot of progress in life and in society, right? Just because we're rational, intellectual creatures does not mean that we're the smartest creatures around, the smartest entities in the universe, you know? Intellectual intelligence is just one form of intelligence or consciousness, okay? So there is a lot of air going on with you, and a lot of this kind of whirlwind, right? This air that can change directions at any moment, is unpredictable. That is such a variable, such a wild card. It's surprising at every moment. It's kind of shattering this kind of organized, strategic, thoughtful world that you live in. Right? It's kind of the wind that comes in, and in some ways is like clearing the dust off of things. It's almost refreshing to you. You know? Because I think that we've been stuck in our heads a lot. And we've created our own little castle in the air, or in the sand, or whatever the phrase is, with our thoughts and our beliefs and our ideas, our understanding of the world. Right? You've created this castle of thoughts and beliefs. And I think this Fool energy is coming in to just kind of, just to run kind of silly through this castle and point out that, hey, there's a whole world out here. And this castle isn't as stable or as fixed as we thought it was. Right? This is air after all. So this Fool comes in and is just able to just blow your house down. You know? But I think that's a scary thing, but I think it's a good thing too. Because what we see next on the path of the Serpent. What we see next, I think, is really, really wonderful. Major arcana. First thing is this Priestess energy. So this Fool energy comes in, blows your house down. All your fixed ideas and thoughts and your habits of thinking and believing and your kind of consensus reality that you've established with yourself, you know, blows all of that down. And what's revealed is a pure connection to spirit. Now, this is the connection to spirit. The Fool is the air. It is the spirit. So it's almost like this is a symbolic process. It could be something literal that's happening in your life with this kind of wild person, you know. But what it symbolizes, that's what's really important to you. It symbolizes the kind of breaking down of all your preconceived notions, the way you think the world works, your fixed thoughts and ideas and beliefs, tearing all of that down so that you can perceive the spirit in pure, brilliant, divine radiance, so that you can receive the blessing and the grace from the universe. And right beyond that is the Sun card. And this is you clearing up all of this kind of darkness, all of these clouds that are in your life now, these uncertain emotions, everything is coming to light. You're going to have a clear understanding of yourself and the world around you, and in a way that's not just building yet another castle in the sand. This is the clarity of mind and the sharpness and brilliance of spirit to know that everything we think and believe is a castle in the sand or in the air. I don't know which way the saying goes. But this is a real enlightenment. This is a real enlightening, right? A turning on the switch. Everything's illumined. And this is fantastic. And I think this is kind of the result of all of this energy. And, you know, this could, again, just be purely metaphor. You know, maybe there is no one that you're going to meet this week. No one that you can really come across is going to have this kind of Fool energy. Well, all of these energies, especially the major arcana, will manifest in your life, but they'll be in a kind of transformed manifestation, right? We have these abstract ideas when they're formed in manifestation, in visible appearance before us in our lives. They take on matter and energy, and they become a form, right? They go from their idea to their form, and they can look a variety of ways, right? They can look absolutely unique to every single one of us, right? Your Fool manifesting is going to look way different than my Fool manifesting, you know? And I think that's important, and I think it is important for us to realize and to notice and to be aware of how and where these major arcana archetypes kind of are being activated and manifesting in our lives, okay? In order for you to really make these connections and see the synchronicities. Now let's go to the mystery card. Let's go to the mystery card. I kind of think we didn't have any, well, we had one court card. We didn't have any other court cards really. So I'm wondering, because this court card, the Queen of Cups here, this was you. Okay, this was kind of representing you. I feel like we should have some more court cards here, at least one more, to show that yes, this is manifesting as someone, as a particular person that's going to be coming into your life. This Fool it is going to be activated and manifest as a person. Okay? And I guess we can get the confirmation with a court card here. Yeah, we've got a Queen of, what is it? Swords. So we have more air. So the Fool is manifesting as this Queen of Swords. So we have that air connection, which I think is an uncanny coincidence here, right? I think those synchronicities are already starting, to be honest with you. So it is manifesting as a person. They might be actually an air sign, a literal air sign. But I feel like when you encounter this person, it's going to have such a strange feeling. It's going to be it's going to be an easy flowing communication, but almost a challenging communication. It's going to be really smooth and easy flow of conversation, but there's going to be something weird about it. Like the way they talk is going to be different, or the words that they use, or the ideas that they're expressing to you, or they're going to just start talking to you like they've known you for years and years, telling you things that you had no idea they could know about. You know what I mean? They're really going to have this otherworldly kind of sense about them, and that's that Fool energy kind of behind there, pushing this situation forward. So look out for this person, because I think they are the first synchronicity, or maybe this was the first, maybe they'll be the second. That's showing the kind of initiation of this energy and this path, which I think is going to be very, very good for you, very tremendous. And a lot of things are going on in your life, and this could be a very defining moment for you. Okay. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, please click on the link that's up here, and you can have access to all of the extendeds for the weeklies, the monthlies, and anything in between. This was your weekly reading for February 12th through 18 on Dove and Serpent Tarot.